All right, time for a little love in the morning. Valentine's Day was exactly 2 weeks ago, which means some couples might still be dealing with some post-Valentine's Day drama.
Oh boy, I'm happy to report I have survived Valentine's Day. Yes, no, but there are others who maybe not. So from big fights to moving on from divorce, our relationship expert is back to answer your questions. And joining us on the couch right now, we have certified relationship and marriage coach Jennifer Blake. Cool. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for having me.
Great to see you again. All right, let's dive right on in.
Excellent.
We have our first question from Anonymous. This one coming to us via Instagram, writing, quote, "My husband and I got into a big fight after our Valentine's date. I went and got a massage while he cooked a nice dinner at home. Our kids went to a friend's house, so we had a perfect romantic night in. The next morning, the kitchen was a mess. There was a sink full of dishes. Hubby expected me to clean since he'd gone shopping and prepared the meal. It doesn't feel like a special night when I have to clean up. Who's right?"
Oh boy, this is why I don't love Valentine's Day.
You did say that. We had you on before Valentine's Day.
A lot of pressure
Yes.
on a big night.
Yeah, so, you know, we all get trapped in humanly wanting to win, but since you're asking who's right, you gotta check your mindset on how you're coming in, okay? Secondly, I wanna say I feel you. Your feelings are legit. But I want to ask you, what are you focusing on? You mentioned that you had a perfect night in. Are you focusing on the detail that didn't get done? Are you lacking a focus and a thought process around all that went right, all the things that, you know, truly were a great effort, that were done well? It's too easy for us human beings to get locked in the pattern of thinking about and focusing on what somebody didn't do well and right, especially when it comes to our committed love partners. And, you know, also I want to ask you with so much love and respect, where are your expectations? Okay, you went and you got a massage, okay? You came back, he made dinner, you had an excellent night in, and then there were dishes in the sink. So, you know, with love, I want to ask, where's the expectation that the dishes needed to be done that night? It sounds like you guys had a romantic night in. Could it be legit that the expectation was that the next day you clean? Because stay with me here. She was, I mean, look, I'm lacking some details here, but if I'm just going by this question, you know, you were out getting a massage. Maybe at that time he was out preparing for the special night in. So honestly, my heart kind of I can sit on the fence here. I can fight for both angles here. A woman, a wife, you know, wanting to feel treated with all that extra effort on Valentine's Day is so legit, and I don't want to take that away from you. At the same time, you know, we're still dealing with human expectations, and that leads us to behave in a certain way towards our partner. And also, you know, it's our job to see our partner in a positive light. It's too easy to get trapped in these details. And honestly, as a relationship and marriage coach, I'm not sold on the fact that you're fighting over the dishes. There's something else brewing and going on that's not resolved, and the dishes are the trigger. But, you know, there's something deeper here that I don't have the information on. But, you know, like, to recap, you know, what can you appreciate about what went down? You said it yourself, perfect night in, special night in. What can you hone in on that did go well? And are you over-focusing on maybe the details that didn't go well? Because honestly, dishes in the sink, when you're connecting and having a great, meaningful night when your kids are gone, oh my gosh,
Oh, Jen, you're a better person than I am. I appreciate that you had a different take on this, because my initial reaction when I first heard that was, oh my gosh, do the dishes.
Of course.
But I think you're right. We need a little more info here. Are you normally the couple that one of you cooks, the other cleans? Is that always the deal? Or, you know, was this presented as, honey, your Valentine's gift this year is like dinner on me, right? In that case, I would be a little frustrated to find a sink full of dishes. I think whenever you give a gift, you need to think about all the things that go into that gift.
Yeah, that's a good point, how it was presented.
Don't bring me flowers from the grocery store wrapped in plastic that I then have to cut and arrange and find a vase for myself. That's more work for me. You know? But I don't know. I didn't do anything except eat pizza on Valentine's Day, so I don't have any room to talk.
I learned so much on this show.
I know. Jen is such a good example of when you lead with love, how you can have a better
That's a great question, though. I mean, this is a common pain point. You know, I love this question. And,
Well,
and I hope my answer helps.
Dig into what the dishes are really about.
Dig into that underlying meaning.
Yes. Okay. Hey, this next question is from Gabe. He wrote to us on Facebook saying, my divorce was recently finalized. My ex and I called it quits over a year ago. I feel ready to date again, but I'm having a hard time on dates from women saying it's too soon. Is it? And how do I go about bringing it up on dates?
My heart goes out to you, Gabe. So I say, if you feel ready to date, you're ready to date. Don't let anybody that you're dating tell you that you're not ready. My heart goes to two things. Gabe, what are you saying on your date? If you've got multiple women saying, you know, you're not ready, Gabe.
Ready.
Okay, my questions are, okay, Gabe, what are you saying? Are you bringing it up, and how are you bringing it up? A more intuitive woman can see it in your eyes as you talk about your ex-wife, whether you are saying, from a logical standpoint, I'm ready and I'm here with you. You know, women are intuitive creatures, and we can see it in your face. So, are you bringing it up? And if you are truly ready, you might not need to bring it up. You might need to form some specific rules for yourself that also respect your dating partners. As, you know, for example, maybe don't bring it up until they bring it up. You're not called to have to announce your complete dating history and even your recent divorce status, in my very strong, heartfelt opinion. If it's asked, you should be honest. And if the other person wants to discuss it, then you should respect that. But announcing it in front of a woman that's sitting in front of you for the first time, in general speak, it's going to come off as you're not over your ex.
Right. If it's the thing you lead with, it makes it seem like a bigger deal than it is.
And you might be bringing it up because you want to assure them, but you could be coming across as a little bit more invested than you really are in your ex because you're bringing it up or you're leading with it. Another thing is, make sure you're dating confident enough women, because there's also a lot of women out there that might not feel comfortable dating a guy that's fresh into the scene because they think, oh man, this guy's going to play the field and I'm just going to be a part of it. So make sure you're not taking this internally from women that aren't necessarily ready for you.
That's a good way to look at it too.
Interesting takes. All right. It's always good to have you on, Jennifer. Appreciate it as
always awesome to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yes, of course. And if you have a question for Coach Jen, you can send us a message right now on the Coin News AM Extra Facebook or Instagram pages. Your question may be answered right here on the show, and you can remain anonymous.
All right, slide into those